skepticism and atheism, but cynicism. Among the many titles I afford myself, anti-theist, anti-feminist, skeptic, free thinker, whatever, atheist, I'm a cynic. I generally have, at least initially, a low opinion of people in general. I hold us as extremely fallible, prone to bias, and that's as true of myself as anybody else. I'm uncomfortable with myself, even, for having talked about feminism so much, because there is an instinct in me that says, oh, feminism is about equality, and it's about empowering women, and that's a good thing. You should feel bad about talking a lot of shit about feminists. But then I look at feminists, and I watch them, and I listen to them, and I read their stuff, and I go, no, I'm really fine with talking shit about them. These are terrible fucking people. Now, the sad thing is that feminism is, of course, based on an extremely good intention. And a lot of even the most pernicious and malicious feminists are acting out of probably a good intention. I mean, the Dunning-Kruger effect is going in full strength with a lot of people. I've mentioned several times, and it bears repeating with his recent another 5 stupid things about MRA videos, where he was just a disgustingly fallacious asshole and smarmy about it, and even answered a couple of my comments, where the comment section of his was filled on this video. You can go look right now. Go to Steve Shives' channel, click on 5 more stupid things about MRAs, and just read the comments. And what you're going to see is a horde of comments that are just either somewhat well-written or not very well-written, but not malicious. Don't cuss them out or anything, although a few of them, of course, do. You're always going to get a perfect cross-section. But I saw, at least on the first day of comments, just a whole lot of, dude, you're being fucking ridiculous. Everything you're saying about MRAs applies to feminists. I said as much myself. I left, thanks to Google Plus, a nice fucking 3 or 4 paragraph post saying that, dude, you're completely fucking ridiculous right now. And then there's a whole lot of white knights and pro-feminist people just derisive, cursing them out, saying, oh, these guys can't get laid. You fucking stupid, disgusting people. Wear all these dislikes like a badge of honor. These people are horrible. They fucking hate women. Just every sort of cliche, and just some of them just outright had to be trolls. Just cussing people. And I left a comment. There was this one dude, he commented, and he said, good on you for talking shit about these people whose mothers should have aborted them. And I just linked to Steve Shives, and I said, I'm considering tagging you on every single malicious feminist comment I find like this. And Steve Shives replied, no, I read this comment already, and I had a good laugh. Smiley face. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. When I had like 12 subscribers, this is almost 2 years ago, I was nobody. And I ran into a nobody creationist who wanted to invite atheists to a hangout on a not-so-nobody hangout thing. I don't know how much it's still going on, because you don't hear about it as much anymore, but I'm sure you all know the Bible-thumping wingnut channel. With the Bible-thumping wingnut, who often featured Cy 10, who's much more big-time than any of these guys. So they have some traction. Steve Shives, at the time, had like 22,000 subscribers. He's got probably over 60,000, if not 70,000 right now. And for good reason. Steve Shives does amazing work. Bionic Dance is on there. Several, like, well over 10,000. I don't know. I don't like Bionic Dance, but she's got a lot of subscribers. Robin Dupree Reed at the time had a few thousand, probably has over 10,000 now. Some other guys, 6 and 7, Dorian Preston, 13 Heathens. I know I'm missing a few, and I'm grateful to all these guys because they were so nice to me. And I'm sitting there nobody, and I'm just freaking fanboying, just oh my god, it's Steve Shives, because I thought Steve Shives was one of the coolest fucking things on YouTube. Still think he is. But this guy is going full Macintosh. His shit on feminism is retarded. It's like, here's a threshold, you got the doorway here, there's feminism. He's going to take a skepticism, his fucking rationality, his impartiality, and just fucking leave it at the door and just go full stride. Not only am I a full-blown feminist, spouting the ridiculous, debunked bullshit, fucking being a massive hypocrite and proud of it, smarmy about it. And it's just like, what is the problem there? How do I tie this back into what I was saying before about being a cynic? A cynic is usually not prone to having an us versus them mentality. A cynic is not prone to finding a team. A cynic is not prone to being an idealist and being gung-ho and being a certain kind of activist where you're jumping on a bandwagon. A cynic is a Christopher Hitchens, where the guy doesn't fit into a particular liberal mold. You know, guy's pro-war in Iraq. You know, pro really, really maliciously going after religion and not being tolerant of it. Being an anti-theist. A cynic is like George Carlin. Fuck your everything. Fuck your ribbons. Fuck your movements. Fuck you as a human being. Like this. And that comes from just an expectation that is an educated expectation of being disappointed by your fellow people, being disappointed by your heroes, disappointed by your fellow man. But that doesn't necessarily lead to being a pessimist or being a defeatist. It just means that you are even more wary of bandwagons. And being a cynic does kind of make you less prone to being charismatic. I don't find myself terribly charismatic. Some people think I am, but not a whole lot, and I'm fine with that. But I pride myself, and I think other people who have this quality should pride themselves in not, to use a wrestling term, marking out for a crusade, a moral crusade. I believe Steve Shives has the best intentions in his being a feminist. And I believe he thinks he's doing something heroic. This is full Dunning-Kruger effect in saying these things that he's saying. And therefore, I'm not as mad at him as I sometimes sound. And I'm not as mad at him as my repeatedly talking about him should lead anybody to believe. I'm able to separate his views on feminism from his work in An Atheist Reads, which is a fucking masterpiece, and everybody should subscribe to him just for that. I honestly really miss Hagerstown Mail Call, because the Off Monday Ramble is just such shit. Oh my god. I mean, there's some of them where he talks about something cool, but it's turned into another feminism show. And it's just like, oh my fucking god. His shit-talking Joss Whedon was so fucking retarded. I know his wife has something to do with this. That's fine. I know his friends and the people he communes with on a much more regular basis than anybody like me has a lot to do with it. A couple of the guys on the Breakfast Club, especially the ones that are the one who's more notorious for talking shit about the drunken peasants and just got shat on for being a retard, he's around retards. And it has to rub on a guy. I know from experience that a lot of my worst behaviors have come from being around friends who have bad behaviors. People conform. The end. But I think about what makes a fantastically entertaining and informative and useful and just so fucking awesome atheists like Steve Shives hold such fucking deplorable and despicable fucking ideas. my best guess is conformity. People he's around, and he's in an echo chamber. What he's exposed to in terms of MRAs, what he's exposed to in terms of anti-feminist rhetoric is probably really disgusting shit. Because there are a lot of people who are anti-feminist because they're sexist. And for every one of those, I hold that there's 10 people who are like, feminism is bullshit because it's hypocrisy, it's sexism, it's racism, it's classism, it's infectious, and it's anti-free speech, it's pro-censorship, it's incredibly ignorant of real life and real society, and it's based on selfishness. And not one of those points goes out and says, I hate you because you have a vagina, or I hate you because you're transgender. And none of those statements are anti-LGBT. None of those statements are conservative in nature, although right-wing is about as popular as MRA in terms of a pejorative fucking statement that a feminist will throw at you. I'm none of those things. And these people are so fucking just a disease to our culture that I used to really think the term progressive was cool, and I used to be very proud of thinking myself not as just as a liberal but as a progressive. Progressive is rapidly becoming a pejorative term that means you are a Marxist, radical left-wing retard, because that's what feminism is. Radical, Marxist, left-wing retardism. Okay? And I don't just mean retard as in the slang stupid. I mean as in it's retarded. It's regressive. Okay? It's bad. And unfortunately, I've said before, feminists can't hide behind their fucking Merriam-Webster's dictionary thing. Okay? Feminism has long since stopped being about equality, because I don't know if you've noticed, but men and women are equal, in America at least, under the fucking law. Okay? You have to pay a man the same amount as a woman, and they do. Okay? The wage gap is a myth, the same way that rape culture is a fucking myth, and the patriarchy is a fucking myth. When Hillary Clinton inevitably becomes the next president of the United States in 2016, I cannot fucking wait to see what fucking mental gymnastics feminists go through to say that the patriarchy is still in full swing. They'll put a dick on Hillary Clinton. Now, part of the reason why feminism is so popular is because it's a racket now. It's money. Okay? You can make a lot of money crying sexism. A lot. Anita Sarkeesian will be a millionaire soon. And she has done absolutely fuck all of any worth other than being a goddamn martyr for Tumblr-ite fucking social media SJW feminism. Have you seen her fucking feminism versus trope shit? It's garbage. And she doesn't even write it. Her psychotic fucking manager / boyfriend, whoever this fucking Jonathan McIntosh asshole is, this insane fucking dude, it's all him. So if I'm attacking her ideas, I'm certainly not doing it because she's a woman, because it's not even her fucking ideas. She steals all her footage. She manufactures the scenes. She strawmans the games. She's garbage. She's just fucking nothing but a martyr. Nothing. And what are all her tweets? Why is every time she's, Gamergate, oh man, has that been just a great thing for her? Because nobody in the fucking, anybody, unless you're a gamer who regularly watches Gamergate content, follows Gamergate hashtags, has any fucking clue what Gamergate is, except for what the media and the feminists have told you. And what they've told you is lies. Balls to the wall lies. Balls to the wall lies. Lies. Not misrepresentations, not smudging, smidging, fucking kind of misrepresenting. No, lies. Lies. Slander. Lies. Okay? But you wouldn't know that. I'm not sure how many people on my channel even fucking know anything about Gamergate. That's fine. It's just representative of the behavior. This video's gone long enough. And it's sort of gone off topic. What I'm saying is, I would have been just as prone of just being like, oh, on board with feminism. I like bitching about shit. A lot. And that lends itself greatly to being a feminist. You know, I'm a fucking critic. I am a cynic. And I like talking shit. I think that's actually a character flaw. But I'm not a feminist because I'm a skeptic. And I went and I paid attention. I listened to both sides. And I went, one of you's insane. Just fucking insane. And I wish that it was true that feminism was simply equality. And even if it was purely empowerment of women. It's not. Censorship, outrage peddling, racketeering, fucking lies, and trying to bury people in the media. Joss Whedon was a proud champion of feminism. This man revolutionized female characters in television with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This dude, Joss Whedon, is OG feminism. And every fucking feminist is hanging him over one fucking line. And what I'm going to hand out and say a popular opinion, Avengers Age of Ultron is a goddamn awful movie. It's bad. Fucking 5 out of 10. The mediocre. Yeah. One line, which what I thought was the best acted scene in the movie, even if the lines were piss poor like they all are in that movie. And oh, she says a line as a character that shows that she has a character flaw and thinks that the fact that she can't have children makes her a monster. And then the Hulk has this emotional moment where he connects with her and says, we are both wrong about thinking about ourselves as a monster. This is an emotionally powerful and empowering scene. And these stupid cunt feminists are trying to hang one of their greatest and longest running champions because they don't fucking get it. And Steve Shives, one of my personal heroes, is among them. How fucking sad is that? How do I defend yourself, myself, ourselves from this kind of thinking? That's the question of the day. Thanks for watching this absurdly long video. Love you guys.